These are ICE's top 20 highest paid contractors of the past 5 years, likely the ones that will receive much of the $70 billion in taxpayer money being stripped from Medicaid and your take-home pay. That's right. Let's make it worse, guys. You guys, we've already caught on. Everyone here has caught on to what's going down, right? Still so many more people that need to feel the hurt. They need to feel it. They don't feel it enough. It's like, no, we voted for the leopard eating faces party, but we just didn't think that the leopards would eat our own faces. That's not what we signed up for. Oh, but now we're learning that it's class war and our enemies are not poor brown people from other countries. It's actually the people that run the country. How did they convince us that the poorest, most vulnerable, least consequential people on society have no material real effect on public life? Those are the ones that we need to blame. Yes, the victims of our capitalist agenda are also the most powerful and the most domineering, and they're coming to take your gerbs away. It couldn't be the most powerful people, the torchbearers, the heavyweights, the captains of industry. No. It's Jorge and Pedro, the guys working on the roof down the street. These illegal immigrants, they eat dogs, apparently. Yes, Sage, and in some cases, I think ICE agents were trained by the IDF themselves. I know our border patrol, I don't know if it's BORTAC, essentially, but I know they're trained by the IDF. I know there's even domestic police forces that are trained by the IDF. Like, isn't New York Police Department trained by isn't LAPD trained by the IDF? They're gonna steal that house. ICE are the brown shirts. They're the, are they the Gestapo? Are we the baddies? So the Geo Group, MVM, Core Civic, CSI Aviation, Classic Air. I haven't heard of any of these companies, but I have heard of number 20, Palantir Technologies. I heard of them. Republican Senator Ron Johnson last month on Trump's big beautiful bill. I couldn't care less if he's upset. I'm concerned about my children and grandchildren. 37 trillion in debt, and we're going to add to it. There's no way I'm going to vote for this bill. He voted for the bill. You better vote for the bill. You gotta vote for the bill. They don't even bother themselves with a rotating villain these days. Hours after ICE became the highest federal law enforcement agency in American history, the Supreme Court lifts the last obstacle to ICE deporting people to any random country around the world, even in conflict zones or where migrants are enslaved. Yep, we're gonna have to keep feeling the heat. The Supreme Court agrees to pause a lower court order that had blocked the deportation of a group of migrants with criminal records to South Sudan, clearing the way for the men to be moved from a military base in Djibouti, where they have been held for weeks. The motion for clarification is granted. Let's be crystal clear. Donald Trump was elected because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, two war criminals, sponsored a genocide, crushed free speech, rigged the primary, and ran absolutely pathetic campaigns. Democrats own this mess. Not only is Florida going to start building their second tent concentration camp at Camp Blanding near Jacksonville next week, the governor is now floating a third camp in the Florida Panhandle. He wants to turn Florida into a concentration camp state. And they say that capitalism doesn't innovate. The U.S. government is handing the richest people in the world a gift bag stuffed with our health, our money, and our immigrant neighbors, bribing officials and using laws like a weapon to accelerate health, food, and asylum insecurity isn't politics, it's literally class war. Ah yes, that thing we were talking about. Republicans pushed their giant bill cutting taxes and Medicaid through the House on Thursday, sending the legislation to President Donald Trump to sign into law. Millions of Americans will lose health insurance as a result of the bill. I'll probably be one of them because I am on Medicaid. Medicaid. While tax cuts favoring the wealthy will further swell the national debt, the bill will also supercharge Trump's efforts to round up, detain, and deport millions of immigrants lacking legal authorization to remain in the country. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has been arrested by ICE. Like I said, it's not a good day to be Julio, okay? Anybody named Julio Cesar Chavez, I mean, that's a tough nut to crack. DHS said it had deemed the prominent middleweight a public safety threat for his alleged links to the Sinaloa cartel. Yes, definitely cartel influence. Famed Mexican boxer, there it is. Look at this. He said it said it had deemed the prominent middleweight. What are they trying to say? That he was like following these people too? So again, is this another instance of somebody who voted for the leopard eating faces party but just didn't know that they were going to be having their face eaten by a leopard as well? This is the latest from Amnesty International. Evidence points to Israel's continued use of starvation to inflict genocide against Palestinians. Evidence gathered by Amnesty demonstrate how over a month since the introduction of a militarized aid distribution system, Israel has continued to use starvation of civilians as a weapon of war against Palestinians in the occupied Gaza Strip and to deliberately impose conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction as part of its ongoing genocide. U.S. troops are baiting Gazans with aid, then shooting them down. This is to be seen fully. The entire leaked footage investigation by Associated Press containing more clear evidence from within the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation and its partners. Remember that private military mercenary group, American-made Safe Reach Solutions, which provides the logistics support, which is to say armed enforcement. UG Solutions, security, same thing. The footage document deliberate, I guess they don't show us the rest, but every day this is happening with the help of the United States military. Over 300 Palestinians killed in 26 massacres in 48 hours. So just think about that. Like on average, every day for the past 20 months, it's been like 100 every day, 100 Palestinians dead, 100 more Palestinians dead every day. It's like every time you wake up, you just think another 100 souls have been vanquished by Israel, and you'd be pretty much correct. You know, it's a safe assumption. That's just, and it's just going on. It's just, it won't stop, and we're still giving weapons. They can't do it without our weapons, and we're still just giving them weapons. I mean, this world is something, to say the least. Oh, God. Oh, no, not again. No, make it stop. Please. The nightmares are gonna come back. Buddy Head sounds pretty anti-Semitic here, I have to say. What if I told you that once ICE runs out of immigrants, they will just go after anyone who isn't MAGA?
Setting records, and in every aspect of our country we're doing well, despite the fact that we inherited millions of people that shouldn't have been here. And I think we have crime stats that are coming out that are showing the lowest numbers we've had in many years. And that also despite the fact that a lot of people are here that shouldn't have been let into our country. So they're going to be very proud tomorrow. So we're signing at about 5 o'clock. And at about 5 o'clock, we're going to have B-2s and F-22s and F-35s flying right over the White House. And the Speaker and I and John Thune, we're all there together with most Republican senators and congressmen and women. And it's going to be a great day. So we'll be signing with those beautiful planes flying right over our heads.
Oh, that's just great, man. I love that that's what's happening for Donald Trump while I lose my health care on the same day. This is why I voted for this man, okay?